Hey guys, how are you guys doing, man? I hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful day. So, I have a question. The question is that I got or received is, how do you get back in the dating game? I hear this all the time. How do you get back in the dating game? I've been single for so many long. I've been single for so many years, for 28,000 years, right? I've been single for 29,000 years. How do I get back in the dating game? It's very scary out there. I've heard so many bad things. I've seen so many bad things. And my last relationship was terrible. He was a narcissist, so she was this. And so people are asking, how do you get back in the dating game? Listen, so many times they have, or so many people have been on the sidelines looking in. And the sideline is creating PTSD. The sideline is making you feel anxious because you don't want to get in because you're afraid to get hurt. Like when you're watching football and you see people getting hurt, you're afraid to get in the game. But you begin to crave that companionship. You begin to crave relationship. You begin to crave to be touched or to be understood or just to have someone to just speak to or to have somebody who sleep in the same bed. Sometimes naturally as human beings, we begin to crave that. And you're not weak or you're not terrible for craving that. I think social media is telling you, you should be single, you should be single. And you realize sometimes for some of us it's not working. It's not true. Even though we want to believe that I'm single and I'm fine, sometimes you want companionship. It's a natural thing. You want that love. You want to relate to somebody in a healthy way. You want a healthy relationship. And so many times, I've been asked, how do you get back in the dating game? No, this is a lot. I'm not going to put everything on one video, but I'm going to speak to you in steps. I'm going to speak to you in steps. There's things that you should do when you are ready to get back in the dating game. Number one, you have to clear your memory. This is the first thing. You gotta clear your memory. You gotta empty it out. And there's a science behind emptying it out. The first step is to empty out, what do you call it? Like, it's like when your phone is filled with, like when your phone is overloaded, it's too much memory. What's it called? The cache, whatever it's called. But you have to clear that out. Because a lot of times what's creating this resistance, what's creating the fear is the information that you have picked up from social media, information that you have picked up from your friends and seeing people break up and seeing a divorce rate and seeing a breakup rate. You picked up all those things, and so then those information is making you scared. Those information is making you anxious. Those information, you are seeing yourself in those people, in those situations. And so naturally you are afraid. You want to get back into the game, but you're taking in too much information that is causing you, it's making you resist, it's making you anxious, it's making you scared. And so what you want the most is what you're afraid of the most. What you desire the most as you get older, especially as you get older, especially in your 50s, 60s, 40s, 70s, it looks hard, but is it hard? No, the information that we have stored is too much. We have too much stored information. So how do you get back in the game? Clear all those things. And when I say clear those things, how do you clear those things? You have to change what you believe and change what you think. Because we understand as we get older, as we get more spiritual and more aware, as we get more spiritually aware, you have to understand that you attract what's in your mind and you attract what you resist. The way how the mind operates is whatever you focus on and what you think about is what you experience. And so we understand we have to take back our power by stop feeding our attention to those information or those things that we see that we don't like. We have to take it back, and so that we can rethink and unbelieve those things. And we have to choose our thoughts and choose our belief system very carefully. The first thing that we have to do when we get back into the dating game is to understand, and this is one of the hardest things. And we're gonna go over some steps, but today I want to talk about clearing that cache, whatever you call the thing. That's CACHE, I think. You gotta clear it. That means you gotta change your affirmations. That means you have to start your affirmations. That means you have to look at programs that promote healthy relationship instead of looking at all these raggedy ass people and raggedy ass videos and raggedy ass ghetto people talking all this trash and they break up and this person this and this is a narcissist and this is a toxic. You have to empty out that stuff. It's not supporting what you desire. If something in your life is not supporting what you desire, you leave it alone. This is when like the Bible says, if your right hand offends you, cut it off. You gotta learn when to leave it alone. Because I promise you, we all experience different things based on our belief system and based on the way how we think. And so if you want to get back in the dating game, you can't think all men are trash and you want to date a man. Because if you think all men are trash, that's who you're gonna meet. All men are trash. All women are gold diggers. You begin to think that way. You begin to create a world where all men become trash. You begin to, and then you notice that those men who are trash will always, recognize you because that's what you focus on. See, whatever you focus on is what you're going to experience. Whatever you focus on is what you're going to bring to you. Whatever you focus on is what you're going to see over and over because something about what you focus on, you begin to experience it. It begin to expand. And so when you have that information in your mind, all these men, all these women, all these breakups, all this divorce, that's what we are focused on. That's what we are trying to resist. And what you are trying to resist will come to you. So if when you're trying to get back into this dating world, you have to clear that memory. Someone might ask, well, you saying I should forget everything else? Yes. You don't have to remember it or try to remember it. Or you don't have to let it control what your actions and your behaviors or your feelings because your feelings are very powerful. See, many times we don't even understand the power of our feelings. You see, if I begin to think that my wife, this beautiful lady that I have, that is with me, that chose me for some weird reason, if I begin to think that she's cheating on me, right? Naturally, I don't see what I'll be doing. I will be having a feeling, and then I'll be a little anxious and a little insecure. I'll begin to look for things. I begin to check her phones and messages, and my behaviors will actually start to show something. And my actions and my words and the way how I treat her might change because of what I believe. And I don't see that I'm pushing her away in my behaviors because I'm not aware of it. Because my behaviors will match my beliefs. And so naturally my energy will shift towards I don't trust you. I think you're cheating. I this. And I begin to be insecure. So I begin to push her away. And then when she finally cheats, I'm going to say, I knew it. And not necessarily that was the case. It's because I unconsciously made that happen. Now, I'm not saying that it's your fault why somebody cheated. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we assist people on their journey. But when we think about something, listen, the second thing is this right here, which is still the first one. We're still on number one, but let's say this is 2 steps for number one. You got to clear your memory, right? Anything that you think about with fear and doubt is what you attract in that term. If you think about relationships with fear and doubt that you're going to have a good one, doubt that it's going to be good, doubt that it's going to last, doubt that he's going to be a good quality or she's going to be a good quality. If you think about that thing with those 2 things, doubt and fear, that's what you begin to attract because doubt and fear is 2 very strong energy. See, this is what we have to understand. If you want to get back into dating, you have to change the way how you relate to relationship, the way how your mind sees it, the way how you relate to it. So if you think about it and you get fear and doubt, that means hold on now. Hold on. Because at that moment, what you are doing, you're attracting something that you wouldn't like. So this is why we have to switch. So we have to change what we believe about relationship. That means, like I said before, we have to look at those videos or those movies that support healthy relationship. Go on YouTube and look at couples who have been married for years who talk and who show their life. Look at those things so that you can start to reinstill your belief system. You can start to change your thought process so that when you begin to see healthy stuff. But you see, those things to many people are boring. Very boring. Because what stimulates us is a lot of drama. What stimulates you is a lot of people talking trash. People talking what you already think or believe or what you are inclined to believe in. When you hear people talk about went on a date and this man this and this woman this, that gets your attention because it stimulates already your thoughts that you already have, your belief system, your experience, your past, your doubt, your fear. It stimulates those things. So the whole thing. But when you see nice couples, when is the last time you searched for healthy relationship couples? People who talk about, people who show themselves and who show their lives on social media. You don't want to see those things because it's boring. Sometimes you find offense. Sometimes you think that they're faking. Sometimes you think that they're lying. I know they're lying. They're not happy. They act like they're happy on social media. You can't believe everything you see, but you are inclined to believe that crap that you see. That's a drama. If you want to get back in the dating scene, this is the first step. Change how you see it. Change how you view it. If you don't change how you view it, whatever you attract will be according to how you view it. So the second part was if you think about relationships and dating with fear and doubt, is going to bring you chaos. Remember, the way how you feel when you think creates that type of relationships that you attract. If you feel fear and doubt, your energy is that. If you feel love, instead you have to think about it and this that you gotta think about it in faith and belief, knowing that it exists, knowing that you are worthy of it, knowing that everything good comes to you. You gotta think about it like that. And when you understand that, listen, things flow to you differently. When you relax your body. See, when you have fear and doubt, you are tense. When you trust and you have faith, you are relaxed as you think about them. You're thinking beautiful things. And when that becomes to be natural, you are ready. That's the first step. So if you want to get back into dating, this is the first video I'm going to make. I'm going to keep making these videos. Let's do a little series. I'm going to do a series on this. So today is the first one. First step is to change how you see it. Change the way you view it. Change your belief system about men. Change that crap. Go from all men are cheaters to men are beautiful creatures. And so when you're around them, you're not anxious, you're not scared, you're not insecure. And when you do that, your energy will connect to a deeper person who matches your energy. That's what happens. When you are calm and believe in love, and if you believe men are amazing or women are just beautiful, after a while, when you think that way, that feeling connects to that feeling of the one who is. If you think men are trash, that feeling, that thought connects to the ones who are trash. That's how it works. If you think men ain't shit, everything that you create in your world will be the men who ain't shit. Everything that you notice will be the men who ain't shit. Everyone who recognize you will be the men who ain't shit, because that's what you are thinking. Listen, when you thinking, you are calling up or you are waking up something, and it will answer to you. If you think about your mom would call sometimes. You think about your old friend, your old friend call. If you think about trash men, the trash men will call. If you think about raggedy ass men, they call. If you think about raggedy ass women, they all in your face. That's just how it is. And if you don't like raggedy ass men and that is on your mind, I don't want a raggedy ass man, they call. Seriously. If you think about your mom, I can't stand her, she calls. It's not about, if you focus on it, it comes. And so when you're about to get back in the dating scene, you got to change your focus. Intentional. And this takes practice. Because all these years you've been miserable, thinking about men in this, men and that, women in this. And so it creates havoc in your life. So step one is to change the way you think. Repeat these things. Human beings are beautiful. I attract the man of my dreams. The man of my dreams will notice me. The man who I'm supposed to be with will notice me. And you begin to open your heart. You have to. The man who is for me will find me. But you have to let yourself be found, right? Some of you all be found in your closet. You all be found in your house, closed up, locked up with 16 locks on your door. You ain't going out. You ain't checking your mail. You don't go grocery shopping. You get food delivered, grocery delivered, everything delivered. You don't go outside. You have to change your belief system. First step. Change how you think. Change how you think about that man. If you think all men are trash, you will find all trash. If you think men are beautiful creatures, you will find those too. Your mind is a powerful thing to waste. We have to use it properly. So this is the first step. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know how hard it is. Let me know how difficult it is. If you want help, contact me. Book a session, one-on-one. I want to go deep into it. All right? You all be blessed. Let me know what you think.